Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today is a requested video. Usually I would put this video on a Tuesday, but requested video is Saturday, so thank you. And today's video request is, hey, I basically don't know what to have for dinner. And this particular person that was kind enough to email me doesn't eat seafood and doesn't want a whole big roast, and they're single, so they're obviously cooking for one, and they don't know what to do. So I'm just going to give a few helpful hints, and what I'm going to do is all of you in the comments write down tons of ideas. If you're single, you're tired of cooking, what are some meal ideas that you may have, and put them in the comments below, because this particular person that's going to watch this is going to read the comments too. So I'm going to just give you a few. The first one seems obvious. I would go to YouTube for all sorts of for inspiration. And as a matter of fact, I actually emailed this particular person that told me, I emailed you a link for a video that looks really cool about doing freezer meals for a family of one. I thought you might find it interesting. But there's a lot of wonderful shorts and all sorts of video inspiration and ideas for cooking for one and creative meal ideas. So I would look to YouTube first. A lot of great ideas. Number two, I love these so that you don't use as many ingredients. I like the 5-ingredient or less cookbooks because they're simpler. There may be some ideas in these. You can even take them out from the library rather than you purchasing, or maybe go to a thrift store, because you might not want to bring more cookbooks in your home. But I highly recommend checking them out at the library first and seeing if any of them are something you like, or you could just go to YouTube and look up 5-ingredient or less cookbooks. That's something else I would do, because I think sometimes we're like, what do we eat? There's lots of ideas, but we get maybe tired of the same things. Number three, and I've done this before, I was in a stage for a while where I went to a lot of cooking classes that were offered for free through different grocery stores. See if there's any free cooking classes in your area. I remember I went to something at Williams-Sonoma, has some type of cooking class, and I went there, and I've just done other types of things like that. So see if there's any free cooking classes in the area that might interest you, and it may give you some ideas, fresh ideas. So that's another tip. So that's number three. Number four, write down your 5 favorite meals or favorite ingredients or foods that you don't get bored of eating, things that you actually like, and then make sure you have ingredients for those 5 meals. It could be anything. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a certain sandwich you love to have. Maybe there's just something that you always love having. So make sure that you have some of those ingredients in the house for some of your favorite meals. And remember, you don't have to cook. I mean, some people have, especially this time of year in the summer, they have sandwiches. Okay, so that's another idea. Another thing you could do is swap meals with a friend. Maybe they make something and they swap with you, and then you make something and swap with them. You could maybe even do something where you go to a friend's for dinner one night a week and then they come to your house. And so all sorts of things like that. Another thing is, I've done this before where I got together with a great group of ladies. We did it at a church where we made a bunch of casseroles and all different kinds of food, and then we split it up between all of us. So all of us did a bunch of cooking, cleaning, and meal prep, and it was a lot more fun than just doing it by yourself. So that's an idea. Get together with a group of people and do a bunch of cooking. Maybe everybody's in charge of different ingredients, and you can make a bunch of meals. Another thing I like to do is cook and prep in the morning. And if I make something, this is a good example. Now, this isn't a meal idea, but let's say you love banana bread. Don't just make 1 loaf. Make 4 loaves or make 2, and then cut it up into portions once it cools, and then split them and put them in the freezer. I would, if I really was getting kind of bored or wasn't sure, I would do many of these ideas, but I would try to bulk cook so that I had a bunch of things and then portion them and put them in the freezer, label them, so that way if you're like, I have no idea what to cook, oh, let me go in my refrigerator or freezer and see what I've got. So that's another idea. So I know they talk about meal prep, but one of the biggest things that I would do out of all these is continue to look at YouTube. You know, put things up in the, the search bar of things that you want, like cooking for one, what to make if you're tired of cooking, things like that, and see what comes up. And then my next tip, last but not least, is look at the fabulous comments below for inspiration. I'm just giving you a few tips. I know that the viewers here have a lot more to share. So let me know what you think. If you have any requested videos, please email me and I'll make sure to do it on the following Saturday. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.